Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, into Game 2 between impunity.storm and TurS. It is a sunny Tuesday, or maybe cloudy Tuesday, wherever the hell you are, but it's night here, so can't really tell the difference. And anyway, it's going to be between these two teams again, and Game 1 already nicely taken by TurS. Definitely impunity.storm can do its very best to make sure that it is at best a tie, and being a tie, you would at least have 1 point going into tomorrow's games, at least better than not having a single point at all from today. That being said, joining tonight is going to be Babael, that's me, as well as Lark.
Yeah, hopefully Impunity Storm can win at least this match because they really need the draw. They need whatever win they can get going into the final round 15 against REQ, because if they want to be able to make it for the grand, well, not really grand, but like the big playoffs there, the big boys league. Hopefully they need to win all of their matches coming up, and I think they know that they're in a really bad spot now, and hopefully they're going to draft something a little bit better, a little bit more aggressive. I would like to see them play more of that 4 protect 1, because just if Nox plays on his carry, they protect him the whole game. I think it's going to be very, very good for them.
It is, and that's going to be pretty good. That said, well, Game 2 now already well underway. The band here is going to be the Fate, the Sandrip, the Tempest, and the Keeper of the Forest. Wow. Noah himself banning up the hero. It's going to be pretty exciting to see that. I don't know what it's going to pick for VN, but VN definitely can play a pretty good Bubbles. He might actually want to snap pick the Bubbles straight up, just to make sure that it doesn't go to Turtle Masters, because in the previous game, that Bubbles did a lot of work. And don't forget, we're talking about Turtle Masters, man. What is it? It should not have a game without the Turtles. You need the bubbles on Team Legion. That's what you need right now.
I mean, Turtle Masters, they had their oh, they're gonna snap the bubbles away. Yeah, I mean, Turtle Masters, they had their bubbles, and that's why they kind of won the game as well. The signature Turtle Masters kind of bullshit. But yeah, I mean, XNZ had a really, really good game in that one, especially seeing as to how he was going 2v1 in that lane against Nova and Emperor. I think the Engineer and Pestilence lane. Like, damn man, Emperor just couldn't find any footing in that game, and it's nothing to take away from him. I just feel like that. Turtle Masters played a really, really good game, and hopefully this time around he gets a hero he's much more comfortable with, something like maybe like a Revener that he actually really, really likes to play, and probably they can do a lot of work. I think Revener is a pretty good pickup, especially since they have the bubbles ready, but you see Parasite Massive Arms.
Yeah, that's gonna be really interesting. And there we go, Parasite again gonna be picked up by Team Legion, but they must be scorned, man. Hellborn snatching away their mascot there. No turtle soup for them. They are a little bit sad to see that as well. I would definitely love to see them playing a little bit of a different game in this Game 2. But that being said, PM in the first game did a lot of extra work. He was he was surviving pretty fine. He also had an insane amount of damage output, so that's what we want to see coming from a carry. And Nox, man, he does have the potential to escalate to that spot in the later stage of that game, but he just doesn't have the time to drag it to that stage, and that's going to be really sad for Nox, as well as for the rest of that team there. So now it's going to be Parasite and MOA against the Bubbles. I do believe that it should be a support again before they... I mean, Nova's drafting style, he doesn't address the carry straight up, because he knows that Nox can play a wide variety of heroes. And he knows that the problem is going to be Emperor, who doesn't have a lot of heroes that he can play the mid lane. He does nicely play the Pebbles, Revenor as well, so he may want to snatch those first, or he might want to take a little bit of the support route and address Bastom's hero as well. So it could be a Glacius, it could also be Emperor. There we go, wow, I'm on the ball today, man. It's going to be a Glacius for Bastom.
Yeah, first time ever, man, Babel on the ball. But yeah, I mean, Glacius are really, really good.
I'm doing yoga, man.
Yeah, I mean, Glacius a good pickup again. Always very, very good in that kind of sense, and it will be useful against Bushwhack as well, seeing as to how that's a movement ability, the sidestep. They're gonna have Bushwhack to work with, but I think the Moon Queen could actually come out for a Hellburn team if they want to, because that wasn't banned on the first banning stage, or probably just gonna wait for the second picking stage.
I'm gonna call an Engineer first.
Engineer? Oh yeah, Engineer wasn't banned out. Yeah, I think that would also be a pretty good pickup.
Now Nova, now Nova must be thinking it could be an Engineer. It could also be. There we go, Revenor.
Revenor, yeah.
You were right, because Emperor is the secondary concern so far, because he needs a good hero before it all gets banned out.
Yeah, I think they know that right now Emperor needs to get the hero he wants in order to actually be a lot more active in the game, and a hero he's more comfortable with. And I think Revenor is just one of those heroes that he actually likes and does play slightly better as compared to his other heroes. And I think for Bastomp, it's definitely going to be the Glacius, or it could even be the Nova on the Glacius. The only couple of picks right now that Nova has to wonder about and wrap his mind around is just the secondary support, or if jungle if he wants to get that. I don't think it's as necessary though. Secondary support and even the carry over there for his side.
Yep, and that's gonna be really good. That said, Legion gonna ban our engineer first straight up, and that is gonna help them a lot against Team Hellball because they know the engineer definitely is part of the plan here. And Nova actually not opting to pick the Moon Queen last in the first picking stage there. Instead opting for the Revenor. He could actually hurt his carry a bit because now Moon Queen being banned out, Dark Lady as well. Nox doesn't have as much signature heroes as we would like him to have. He still has got the Revenor. Sorry, the Dampier, and Dampier is gonna help him reach a certain amount of GPM as well. And I'll love to see him play the Dampier again, since there is no Moon Queen, no Dark Lady, and definitely I will not want to see him play the Blood Hunter.
Yeah, I would like to see a Dampier pick up, but I think that can be countered by that Parasite. It's just such an annoying thing to deal with. Even if he has a Shrunken Head, Parasite's gonna screw up his combo with, one face hug, and then you're like, okay, what do I do? I'm just gonna auto attack for the time being. But, yeah, what is this? I think that like right now, it's very important. Like the Legion team, like Turtle Masters, man, they're very very good at banning out the heroes. Engineer, Moon Queen, Dark Lady. There's still a lot of other heroes. I do believe Nox can play in the hard carry role. I definitely would hope that Nova does pick a hero that's a lot more aggressive for Nox, because Bushwhack on the side of team, he actually needs a certain amount of farm before he starts roaming around. And if you shut him down in the early start, he's gonna spend most of his time just trying to farm up really, really quickly to get back his items and then start getting into the game. And it will probably be at a point where Hellburn team is just so far ahead. They've got the snowball farm. They're gonna be able to, just pick off a lot of the heroes from Legion team every time they set up for a gank.
They are, and that's gonna be really good. That said, Legion side now gonna pick up a Moraxus. Moraxus is gonna help them a lot in terms of tank, and at the mid lane, man, we definitely miss this hero, man, especially the Texas alternate avatar. Love that one. It really is very good. And Moraxus at the mid lane is just so DreamHack Winter last year. It was pretty much the snap pick go-to kind of a hero coming for RNG spots as well. But ever since then, there were other heroes that definitely just have a lot of extra time in the mid lane. Pebbles also, but Pebbles is being banned by this game, so no doubt Morax is gonna reprise their role there. And that being said, Hellbound side actually gonna pick out a Blacksmith, and Blacksmith is interesting because I never really saw that hero come into fruition from Team impunity.storm side. They normally play Pyromancer, Glacius, a Luna even, but not a Blacksmith, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Blacksmith is pretty iffy in my opinion. I just don't really think that hero is as strong, especially at the current lineup right now. Would have actually preferred something like a, Pyromancer would have actually been a lot more better as compared to the Blacksmith. Because wow, okay, so it's gonna be Valkyrie. So it's a Valkyrie Nox. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I've never seen a Valkyrie carry in a really, really long time. So I think this is going to be a really good game, but I think it's going to come down to a lot of early game aggression coming from Hellburn's side. Probably that's why you see the Blacksmith pick up, because the Blacksmith, one of his best skills is the flaming hammer, where you actually get a lot of minus magic armor after he throws that out. But yeah, it's going to be a very interesting game for sure.
It is going to be, and that's going to be really good because Nox already with a interesting pick here. That's going to be a Valkyrie. Never really seen him play the Valkyrie as well, and I'm going to be really excited to see this one.
Yeah, very, very much so.
Yeah, but that's it. Gonna use this opportunity here to just nicely introduce his players as well as team. From Team Legion, it's gonna be Turtle Masters from Thailand. They are your Cycle 1 champions, by the way. And looking at now, Cycle 4, they are looking just really good into the playoffs. There's still the obnoxious RNG spots above them. But, man, I don't mean any bad meaning there. Just kidding and messing around with you guys. But that being said, Turtle Masters are looking pretty good. And spot 2 in the entire table. They are now on the Legion side. Hooky Hook gonna be the drafter there. That's gonna be the Parasite. We also got Look Like Leaf. Nothing looking like a Leaf. It's the Wretched Hag. Beautiful Queen there. We also got Mei. Mei gonna be playing as the MOA as usual. Morax has been played by XNZ. The mid lane last but not least got Iron Man on Bushwhack. And before we go on here, maybe a little bit of engagement coming from the Hellbound side. Nova gonna lead the rest of his team here. By himself, a little bit questionable because he does have a fireball, and that's going to go down quickly on Moraxus. Moraxus taking a little bit of a cheap damage, and Ball Lightning is going to connect, but does Emperor want to jump there? I don't think so, and that's going to be really good.
If he jumps there, he's just committing suicide.
Yep, and that's not going to be what you want to see coming from the Revenor in the mid lane. And so far, it seems like no engagement is going to happen. So now going to use this opportunity to talk about the Hellbond side. Hellbond's going to be nicely represented by Team impunity.storm from Thailand. Nova going to be the captain and drafter. That would be the Blacksmith. Bestam going to be playing the Glitches again. Nox going to play the Valkyrie. Wow. And Emperor going to be playing as a separate wing counterpart. That's going to be Revenor. And last but not least, Convian Sensation onto the Bubbles at the mid lane.
And I'm very disappointed in Emperor. He didn't play the
El Diablo, yeah.
El Diablo Avatar, man. He actually played that last time, so would actually love to see it. That's so cool, the effects. But yeah, anyways, in this game, it seems like it's gonna be, yeah. So Bubbles, I think, will probably be mid, like by himself for sure. Bien Sensation, the offlane player for the team. They're gonna go for a straight up tri-lane aggression, which I think there is a lot of kill potential for sure, especially against this Bushwhack. But Bushwhack, if his sidesteps are pretty on point, it should be good for them. But their side glaciers to always be wary about. And top lane's gonna be that Valkyrie all by himself. He needs to be very careful because there's a Parasite in the vicinity. But you see the very smart wording coming out from Hellburn team. They're blocked out both their hard camps so that Parasite can't put any aggression on his Valkyrie. That's really good play game sense coming out there from this Hellburn team.
Yep, Imperial definitely having a little bit of extra edge coming in here, but Parasite is going to the Hellborn jungle because it's, yep, no doubt without any level 5 camps there, but at least it's going to be able to help them a lot there as well. Now, mid lane going to be covered by Bubbles, and VN Sensation never really seen him play in the mid lane before, and not really sure how this is going to snowball for Team Hellborn, but at least against Moraxis, he does have a little bit of extra edge so far, and that's because he is, after all, a range hero, and with and a very mobile one at that, so that's going to be really good. Top lane, Hack against Valkyrie. Definitely Valkyrie's got extra edge, but there we go. Bottom lane, little bit of increased aggression on Bushwhack. Bushwhack gonna take the fall. Best Tom will be able to just nicely snack up the kill there. That's gonna be pretty good, and it's a trial lane for Team Imperial Storm, like you mentioned before.
Yeah, it definitely gives a favor to Impunity Storm in this kind of situation because they're gonna be easily winning two lanes. Mid lane is gonna win because that's a Bubbles against Moraxis. Bottom lane definitely gonna win and probably even picking up kills because that's a solo Bushwhack. Top lane could probably win as well because oh, Master of Arms actually coming over because they did the smart decision of actually warding off their hard camps. You see, Parasite's still level 2. He's not gonna reach level 3 anytime soon, and it's not the best infest ability when you can't really kill those, take out those heroes. Not take out the heroes, take out those camps coming out from this hard camp. So yeah.
Yep, and that's gonna be the case. That's it. Mid lane, interesting enough, it seems like, oh, hold that up because bottom lane, maybe Ice Imprisonment gonna be used here, but nope, nothing just yet. The kill on Bushwhack definitely needs to go on because this is a trial lane, and as per all trial lanes, you need to make sure that someone's farming. That's gonna be Emperor, whereas you have Blacksmith as well as Glaciers just dealing a lot of extra damage onto the lane counterpart there. That's gonna be Bushwhack. Bushwhack needs to die at least once or twice more before this is gonna be really successful. That said, mid lane VN Sensation taking a little bit extra beating there from the Parasite, and Parasite just roaming about, but nothing really is done from his side. He does have a double damage rune, and that's gonna help him in the top lane against Valkyrie, but Valkyrie is, after all, a pretty good hero by himself, and I do believe that one of the main reasons why Nova drafted this Valkyrie is because he does have the leap, and leap is just gonna be really effective in terms of just survival and making sure that, he doesn't fade too early in this stage without his support.
Yep, and like you see, he's actually dealing relatively well, especially against the Hag Master of Arms combination. There is Parasite gonna rotate around in the jungle again, but again, he doesn't have a hard camp to work with. But if Master of Arms gets a good stun off on this Valkyrie, and with quick follow-ups from Parasite and Hag, there could be the possibility that Valkyrie will go down. So it's gonna come down a lot to execution, and yeah.
Yep, and that's the case here so far. It's gonna be 3 minutes up. Oh, and about 1k goldie for Team Hellborn. Very negligible, but definitely it's still slightly is better than having no lead at all. Bottom lane, level 4 Revenor against level 3 Bushwhack. Looking at the CS so far, since we now have a little bit of time, but oh, yeah, mid lane, a little bit of gang may actually happen here. No, a little bit of a extra text happening, coming off of Moraxis, like what I just would normally say there. And Bubbles gonna be fine. But still, MOA gonna be in his vicinity. Maybe Overcharge Shot gonna be used soon. Bubbles playing a little bit safe. Asam asleep. You're not gonna hit him, so he is gonna be fine. And that's gonna be pretty good news so far. But back to the CS topic there. We are looking at Emperor with about 17 and 8 CS. Pretty good. And for Bushwhack, still practically no farm. 6 is to 4. A little bit sad to see that as well. Melee Moraxis 15 is to 3 as compared to Bubbles, who does about 16 to 6. So pretty much both sides split in the middle there. And now bottom lane, a little bit extra engagement happening. In fact, all 3 members gonna just nicely walk into this jungle tree forested area here to spot out the Bushwhack. Bushwhack's gonna be in a lot of trouble. Fireball going down, Ball Lightning going down, and I do believe Ball Lightning already connected there. Ice Imprisonment gonna be used as well. That's gonna be a complete steamroll, and Bushwhack got whacked in the bush.
Oh my god, that sounds so wrong. But yeah, yeah, he did get whacked in the bush, and that's mainly because he got gangbanged by these 3 heroes coming out from Halberd team, and that's just really well played by them, and that's what you have to keep doing. You have to set up a tri-lane aggression. You want to utilize it to its maximum potential. Keep getting kills as much as possible. Quickly push down the lane, push down the tier 1 tower, get extra gold for your other lanes, your mid, your top. Put even much more pressure against the tier 2, force rotations coming from the other lanes, and that allows your other lanes like your mid and your top to actually start setting up for ganks. Probably like, you know, mid goes top, helps to clear out the hag, or probably even bottom. You can see already there's some rotation coming up from this Legion lineup.
Yeah, Legion is just a little bit restless so far. They want to make sure that something's happening here because Bushwhack is not having a good time at all, and you want to make sure that at least your carry has got space to farm. At the top lane, Valkyrie definitely has got space to farm. And speaking about Valkyrie, let's go through the CS again. Valkyrie now has got about 22 to 10 CS, looking to be pretty okay, but Bushwhack has got pretty bad farm. And Hag is only about 16 to 2, so I would definitely say that Nox has got pretty good farm so far.
Yeah, top lane Nox, if he did hit the arrow, Hag would have died. Oh my god!
Here comes Bestom looking for Ice Imprisonment. It is not going to connect, but that last hit is going to make sure that at least the health potion is going to cancel out.
Yeah, at least they prevent him from, you know, getting that regen, but he's still gonna get some regen from the side shop. Well, okay, maybe not. He doesn't have enough gold just yet. Maybe he could even sell some tokens, but he's just gonna go for the rune, which just spawned, by the way. Bottom lane, I actually would have liked to see him continue the aggression. Here we go.
There we go. Ball Lightning gonna connect quickly, and there goes the second stun. Looking for that. Stormblade's gonna be used as well, but Bushwhack is gonna get whacked again, and he goes down quickly. Ravenor taking a little bit extra beating from the tier 1, but he is gonna be fine, proving to be a strong hero after all. And that's a mid lane Bubbles level 6. Pretty good as well, and in general the game still goes on.
Yep, Parasite, even though he tried to you know, converge bottom lane, wasn't enough. They already won the tri lane. Bushwhack is getting no farm at all. He doesn't even have boots. He went for a straight up first item, Soul Scream Ring, because it's really far behind. Master Farms actually needs to be a little bit more careful on that little small camp over there. He's actually gonna go ahead and throw Acid Goo. Hopefully he's gonna farm that up with ease and not die, because that would be kind of funny to actually see him dying over there. But yeah, bottom lane, they're getting a lot of farm onto Ravenor at least. Ravenor is sitting at 320 gold per minute. Top lane Valk, he is only at 256, but you look at Hag is only 179, even though he had the support from Master Farms.
Yep, it does look to be pretty good so far. Hag is about 5, level 5 right now, and Valkyrie already level 7. Valkyrie definitely have got extra, benefit going in here. If the Ice Imprisonment does land on Hag, so will the arrow, and if that lands, it's gonna be a 5-second stun, and Hag would be a dead Hag. You don't want that kind of situation placed there. There goes the Flash of Darkness, going to be used quickly. Ice Imprisonment may actually go down, but they're waiting for the creeps to nicely clear away first. It is still not going to be used somehow, and the arrow is going to miss. Wow, so close there, but even if it hit, it would only be a second stun at best. They're not going to be really effective. That's it. Hag taking a little bit extra beating, but here comes Moraxus with a double damage rune. It seems like Ice Imprisonment going to be used, and Leap as well. So no extra damage going on to the Hellbourne side. But here comes the MOA, and all 3 members of the Legion team now in the Hellbourne jungle, trying to make something happen. But Hag is going to go back to farming, and both of them going to go back to the mid lane. So I guess that's going to be it at the top lane. Skirmish there.
Yeah, Bastomp, very questionable decision by him to not just throw out the Ice Imprisonment. It would have given Nox that much more of an ability to actually throw out the, the stun. Even though there were creeps blocking the way, he could have easily maneuvered around there. Like you saw that how much of an inch difference it was with his with the Valkyrie Javelin of Light. So very unfortunate that he didn't just use that right off the bat. Nova is actually going to place a ward behind the tower to spot out this Bushwhack and set up as much ganks onto him. And look at Parasite, finally level 6. Bubbles is here as well in the background. Bubbles needs to be careful because he's actually going to get boxed in.
Here's going to be a sandwich right now, and there goes the nice little skill from Bushwhack. I do believe this is going to slow Bubbles a little bit there. But here comes the fireball, and that's going to pick up a kill. Bubbles a little bit trouble there, being sensation with no shell surf. He gets silenced and a lot of trouble. He is definitely going to. Babael's going to be used, and Ravenor going to be able to instinctively pot away. Morax is coming in as well, but Nova will not be able to pot away because he is, after all, a little bit too slow in that pot there. Here comes Morax's stun. That's going to be it. Nova goes down.
Yeah, I would have actually just liked them to both, straight away double ported away because there's no stuns already after that, so Really questionable decision by that by Nova to use the port a little bit too late. I didn't think it was under cooldown, so yeah, he should have been fine. But you look at Revenant now, he has the Mighty Blade. I think he's just gonna pick that up and then probably pick up a portal key after that, and then into the what is it called, the Shrunken Head, because you know it's always such a good item, seeing as to how he's the initiator for this team. Valkyrie only having a Steam Boot so far. I think he's gonna go for that Energizer, I do believe, but yeah, Valkyrie, I don't know, like in this scenario, he has to be very
Bottom lane,
active.
Ravenor, he doesn't know what the hell's happening here. There goes the overcharge shot, and even Bushrak gonna be in this vicinity. HoN's gonna be used. It seems like Ravenor is trying to run away, and he is gonna be successful. Here comes the help from Nova with the fireball stun on the Bushrak. Bushrak level trouble, but the arrow is gonna be sidestepped. That's gonna be pretty good. It could be a 4-second stun there, but there goes the slow on the Valkyrie. Valkyrie is not gonna be really effective in this kind of situation.
Yeah, I don't know. The placement of the arrow was a little bit iffy in my opinion. I think they could have just at least hit that. Probably with a little bit of help. They have this tower, not this tower, sorry, they have this ward behind the tower right here, so they definitely should look towards getting this tower ready since they committed 4 ports bottom, even though it wasn't as necessary. They do at least provide the support for Revenor so he doesn't die. They will at least get this tower, I do believe, and probably should rotate again all across the map after that.
Yeah, man, that's gonna be pretty good. That's it. Bottom lane tier 1. It's gonna be nicely addressed here. All 4 members are knocking on the defense tower. Tower definitely a little bit of trouble here, but no fort being used and no port being used as well. So that being said, tower's gonna be destroyed. Hellbound's gonna be able to nicely get that one as well. The port's gonna be used from their side though, and it's gonna be Revenor in the mid lane by himself. Can he defend his tower? I don't think so. He needs a little bit extra help.
Yeah, definitely needs extra help. They're gonna be able to at least do enough chip damage to this. They can probably take it the next time, you know, they go for a split push or something like that. Bubbles actually even coming into the background, and look at the amount of damage that Hooky is doing. He might have actually... yeah, okay, it's still gonna be okay because it's not in deniable range, so really well played by Hooky to hold back a bit on the usage of the Hell Cannon.
That's gonna be the case so far, and looking at that, 2:4, 3k goalie for the Hellbound side, already looking to be really good. Legion side having a slight disadvantage so far. Valkyrie already level 9. Valkyrie now gonna try and stack up the kill on Hag, but Hag is gonna be able to just nicely flash away. So at least that's gonna make sure that Hag will be safe. And on the flip side though, a little bit of extra reinforcements coming in. That's gonna be level 3 Glacius, and Glacius still only level 3. That's because of the tri lane. That didn't really work out for them, but at least they got up the kill on Bushrak and got Bushrak really regulated. So that's only level 5 Bushrak against a level 9 Valkyrie. That's gonna be really bad. That's it. Revenant now gonna use Stormblades against Parasite. Parasite using Leech again, and that's gonna help him run away. But Revenant is also not able to pick up the kill there, and Blacksmith is just hiding in this area of the jungle where he whacked the bush.
What the frick? Again with the bushwhack jokes. Oh my god, that's insane. But yeah, Glacius, I'm surprised that he's only sitting at level 3. He hasn't been doing much in this game. Bastomp usually is the one to get a sizable amount of levels, but this time around he's not really gonna be there. And yeah, just back to my Valkyrie point, I don't think he's just strong as a carry hero because he needs quite a huge amount of item buildup to actually do something. And does his farm? Oh, here we go.
There goes top lane, a little bit of trouble there. Hag actually got hit by the arrow, 2.2 second stun, and that's going to be a Hag. Really bad to see that. Hag already dead there. And top lane, a little bit extra trouble on tier 1, but still no pots coming in. And it seems like Valkyrie may be able to just pick up this one by herself. And on the flip side, Revenant going to be in a Legion jungle, just dancing about. And here comes Master of Arms also in his vicinity. Parasite is also in his area, so they need to be really careful if they want to pick up the Bushwhack again. But Bushwhack now is just safely farming behind the range creep there. I don't see a possible kill yet.
Yeah, there's no way they're gonna be able to kill him actually, because there's only 2 of them. Middle lane though.
There we go, mid lane, the gang on the Bubbles is going on as scheduled. VN Sensation gonna have to take the fall for that one, because there is a face coming in from the Parasite, so that silence is gonna make sure that there is no shelter.
Yeah, just really well played. And top lane, they get the tier 1 tower, that's good for them, but just taking a quick look at Valkyrie's farm, he's sitting at about 400 gold per minute, 14k in the bank. I'm not sure what his first item is going to be. Is it going to be that Firebrand, or is it going to be that early, you know, a Shrunken Head? I think a Firebrand would probably be the better choice, and then into like that Shrunken Head, and I don't know whatever other carry item he's going to go for that. I do believe Dreambeater's Bane would be probably the better choice in this kind of situation. I don't really like a Dawnbringer on a Valkyrie because I just don't think it's as effective. I don't know, it's just my opinion, but you look at Blacksmith, I think he just purchased its Amulet of Exile, by the way, so Talisman of Exile, sorry, not Amulet of. Oh wait, Element, Amulet. The hell am I talking about? Yeah. I think that's just gonna probably translate into a Ring of Sorcery for himself, or could even be that that mid wars item. Not mid wars, before wars item, the Grave Locket.
Could be the case, and there goes the arrow. Is Hack gonna fall for this one? No! Wow, such a close side step there. In fact, if she was just 0.5 seconds late, she would definitely be hit by that.
Very, very, very good decision by. It looked like he put his positioning, and like if you notice, he's always sitting behind creeps whenever he has the ability to, so that in case anytime an arrow happens, it's just gonna go there. Bottom lane though.
There goes bottom lane, the stun on Nova. Nova a lot of trouble there. Nova actually looking to go down quickly. It's gonna be a 3-man gang. Looking to be 4. Nova completely addressed there. Don't want to be in that kind of situation, but at least playing as a support, you know that it's not gonna be too troublesome for you. As Ice would always say that day, nothing of great value was lost.
Wow, wow. So BM. But yeah, bottom lane. Here comes the Tricore from Hellburn team, and not really Tricore, but yeah, Dual Core from the Hellburn team, and they're trying to set up for ganks. And this is the problem with their lineup. During the early start, they didn't get enough kills or enough aggression going on that it just seems to dwindle down. Here comes the first usage of that Valkyrie's Prism, so that kind of smoke gank is happening right now. Are they going to be able to get caught up with this? Here comes Bubbles though.
Calfield gonna be used on Morax's. Morax in a little bit of trouble, and the arrow is not gonna connect. Wow, what a side miss. There it is. And that being said, 15 minutes in already, still no kill happening there. And a backup supply lines. We do have Parasite looking to run away. Fireball not gonna be used. It seems like it is not gonna be a hit there. So Parasite's gonna be okay. And in general, the smoke gang has failed. I guess they didn't smoke enough.
Yeah, they didn't smoke enough. The Bushwhack probably stole all the weed and smoked it up himself. But yeah, looking at Bushwhack, who had a really, really terrible start, he's slowly picking up on farm. He's 171 gold per minute, and hopefully he's going to be able to quickly, farm back up in this game. I think it shouldn't be as much of a problem to him. He just needs to go for something like a Whispering Helm to, farm even that much more faster. Work with a lot of stack camps with his team. He can do Ancients relatively well as soon as he picks up that, that Whispering Helm, because he's going to farm really, really fast with that. Inbuilt ability of his, the Splinter Shot. It's just such a good skill.
Top lane gang happening here, and it seems like Valkyrie a little bit of trouble. Valkyrie doesn't have a prison to work with, but that being said, arrow is going to connect, and that's going to be a 2.4 second smack in the face by Nox. X-Sign Z going down as well. Nova there doesn't have the ability to pop the fireball too quickly because of the short hands. He definitely wish he has got slightly longer hands, and that being said, it's going to be too bad.
Yeah, what the hell. And Energizer completed by Bushwhack, by the way, and I don't know, Revelar seems to haven't have an item in a really, really long time. I'm really hoping that he's going to be able to pick up that portal key really soon, because they need an extra initiation. That will help out a lot with Valkyrie in terms of hitting arrows as well.
Yep, and that's the case there. So that being said, 4-6 so far. 3-kick only for the Hell on side, looking to be really good. Revenar this game looking to be pretty much a huge hero to deal with, and looking at 290 GPM as well, that's really scary for Team Legion. And on the flip side, Morax is about 277, so this game, I mean, XNZ is completely nerfed, and that's gonna be pretty good because they did lane Revenar in the bottom lane, and in general, that gave him a lot of fun that he needed. So he does have pretty good items so far. Looking at a portal key real soon, but farming the mid lane, he needs to be a little bit careful because there is a Parasite in his vicinity that is invisible, by the way. But Parasite by himself, I don't believe he's able to pick up the kill on Revenar, given the fact he doesn't even have the Codex yet. So this game, Tethermaster's a little bit behind, and at this point in time, before we go on here, it's my duty to inform you guys that impunity.storm today, they just need to make sure that it is in fact a tie game. That's going to be a lot better for them because RAQ, they did have a tie against S2Y. So in terms of the point versus point kind of system, walking into tomorrow's matches, I do believe that RAQ doesn't have the advantage if impunity.storm has a tie today.
Yeah, definitely. If they have a tie today, then they should probably in a really, really good spot. Valkyrie has the Firebrand completed, by the way, already. Bushwhack is just gonna continue farming, and he's like, the thing is, like, you see they keep pushing the bottom lane, but they give so much space to Bushwhack to farm that up as soon as that reaches into their vicinity. So, the aggression is just completely evaporated coming out from the Hellburn team, and that's not what you want to see with such a lineup like this. Blacksmith, your Valkyrie, your Glacius, your Revenar, your Bubbles. You want to be very, very aggressive and keep forcing team fights, earn gold from killing the heroes, push down towers whenever you can. You can't, wait for some grace from heaven to fall down. Here we go, bottom lane.
Gang down south, and I guess Bushwhack got smoked.
Yeah, he got smoked real hard from that. Or actually, he got his Bushwhack, like you would say. But yeah, really, really good job by Hellburn team to finally use that Valkyrie Prism to effect. Like, that's just such a good ability. The abilities are just like so-called smoke gank, and do want to see them try to take this tier 1 tower in mid. It's been up for a really, really long time, and they need that if they want to be a little bit more aggressive as well. Some good warding coming up from Baston, but at least to spot that out. I think it was spotted. It's probably going to be dewarded sometime soon, but yeah.
Oops, and talking about that, mid lane, a little bit extra gang happening here onto the tier 1 tower. Tier 1 tower, a little bit of trouble there, but there is still no defense coming in. Only the acid bomb, don't think that's going to be enough, son. And that's it, impunity.storm now not going to relent on this. Pot's going to be used, but still no pot in, and it seems like it's going down on schedule. An illusion on Moraxus still. It's going to buy them a little bit of extra time, but that is not going to be really effective. That said, Legion team does at least make sure that they get the top lane tier 1 as well. So it's going to be a little bit of a fair trade, and in general, both sides going to have the benefit there.
And Porky is up on Revenor already, so he's going to be able to have that jump potential, and that will help out a lot with the follow-up from Valkyries. You know, the Javelin of the Light onto a leap into Call of Valkyrie, unless he just wants to run over there, because there's so many stuns coming up from Hellburn team currently. Glacius is level 7 already, so he has that Glacial Downpour on top of level 3 Ice Imprisonment and level 3 Thunder Blast. I'm actually surprised he didn't opt to go for max level into what is this, the Ice Imprisonment, because that's the extra 0.5 seconds of lockdown. But anyways, I guess they just want to have that burst potential since they have a lot of stuns already. No issue over there. Top lane, there is a haste on this Valkyrie right now, and Valkyrie is just going to continue back to farming.
Valkyrie could be fine, but that is not looking to be so good for Team Legion, and Legion needs to make sure that Valkyrie gets addressed. Valkyrie now in this game 3-0-0, 400 plus GPM, and on Legion side, no one close to their standard at all. They are all at best, you know, slightly more than half of the Valkyrie, and in general, that's not the position you want it to be. And from the Legion side, Bushwick got completely controlled in this game. He got so regulated that wheat was just an underestimation for him.
Yeah, he has 1.4k gold in the bank though, so, and he's farming Ancients right now, like I nicely mentioned earlier. He doesn't have a Whispering Helm to excel his farming even much more, which I guess is kind of okay seeing as the current situation right now from the way this game is shaping up to be, because Hellburn team is constantly in his jungle. He can rotate towards the Hellburn's jungle, but I don't think that's the best decision. Here we go, Ball Lightning.
There we go. It seems like a little bit of gang happening on the MOA, but the Marx's stun is gonna save them though. Ravena gonna take the fall there. Blacksmith not able to do much of a thing. The Codex doing a lot of extra damage there. It seems like it's gonna help Team Legion a lot with his 2 kills. 60-7 so far, 2.4k gold lead for Team Hellborn. And slowly but surely, Legion does want to make sure that they are back into this game. And in general, level 11 hack looking to just do a lot of extra damage on his forefront here. Ravena only level 10 by the way.
Yeah, and oh, here comes another Valkyrie Prism. He's gonna pick up a kill on Bushwhack, I think, with ease. Arrow?
No, he's gonna use that first, the call of the dam. It seems the arrow's gonna be used, but a little bit too slow. It is not gonna be just nicely knock on Bushwhack. Bushwhack will be safe though. And that being said, Valkyrie now does have interesting haste rune, so that's gonna help him a lot at least.
I don't know, in my opinion, he should have just thrown the arrow right, like point blank in his face and intro Valkyrie Prism, because he has haste. Can't chase down Bushwhack. Like, see, he's sitting at 360 HP now. Had the arrow hit, he would have done enough. Here we go, bottom lane.
There goes Revenor looking for the kill on Hack. Hack does pop a Blood Blast. Sorry, a Bad Blast. Bad Blast onto Revenor as well as the Blacksmith there. But at least Blacksmith lets us out. MOA. MOA actually looking to be a little bit of trouble there. And MOA popped the Master's Call already on Rechex. So Rechex is going to be fine. And that's it. Moraxus does pot away as well. So, well, not too bad. At least they pick up 1 kill. But they could have gotten the Hack as well.
Yep, and Richard Hag, it's a good thing he didn't die in there, because he was, look at him, he's at 15k gold. If he dies out there, he's gonna, you know, set him back even much more before he picks up his Grim of Power. He really needs that for his next team fight. Bubbles with the portal key already, making work. I do believe Revenor is very, very close to picking up that Shrunken Head soon. And Valkyrie actually went for that Searing Light. Like I said, I'm just not a huge advocate of a Dawnbringer on Valkyrie. I don't think it's just that good, but you know, that's just my personal preference. But I think maybe Nox does kind of make it work. The Searing Light will at least help him to farm a lot more faster, and his auto attacks will at least do a sizable amount of damage. Not the most, but at least it will be an added extra, you know, not incentive, but added extra little, you know, bite over there coming out from his auto attacks. But yeah.
That's gonna be the case so far, but looking at that, 6-9, and Legion team not in a good spot at all. 2k gold lead, at least better than the 4 they had before the 2 kills pick up, but at least they are still behind, and they need to make sure that they are able to just catch up in this game. Valkyrie now really level 14 here, and is able to pick up even extra farm in his ancient region, and he will be staring about 460 GPM really soon. Whereas for Team Legend, their carry there, in fact, I believe that Ironan playing the carry is only about 300 GPM and doesn't even have much items yet. He should be looking at his Shrunken Head, but even with the Shrunken Head, can he really survive against Hellborn's Onslaught?
Well, there is a lot. Well, there isn't as much physical damage yet, but they have to remember that's a Revenor. Even though you have a Shrunken Head, he's gonna do superior magical damage to Bushwhack, and Bushwhack doesn't have the highest HP pool right now because he opted to go for that, the Ghost Marches instead of like a Steam Boots into Energizer top lane though.
It's all illusion there. The real deal hiding behind the prism. It seems like, yep, the real deal really yachts behind. And there goes the arrow. Is it going to be really landing though? It looks like a normal attack, but nope, it's not going to connect. And there goes the Bubbles. Bubbles goes in with the Captain locking onto only the Amoy. Amoy a little trouble, but is Amoy going to be fine?
Oh my
he does
God.
pop the Raidmaster's Call and is completely dished by his team. So yes, it's going to be left for dead.
Yeah, questionable decision by Valk to use Valkyrie's Prism. Oh no, Valkyrie's Call of the Valkyrie when he didn't have vision. He completely wasted the spell, but nevertheless, they at least pick up the kill. MOA, really good idea by him to just stay behind and force them to just kill himself so that the rest of his teammates will be fine. The Shrunken Head is completed on Bushwhack, I believe. He already has 17k gold. Curious to see what his next items are going to be, but Meraxis, man, he's doing a decent amount of work in this game with that portal key ever since he picked it up.
That's gonna be really good. That's it. 60 to 10 so far. 3k goldie for the Hellborn side, looking to be really good. And I've said this many times already, but still no address on Valkyrie. Valkyrie 3-0-1. Somebody needs to kill him. And Nox is just screaming the entire game, somebody stop me.
Okay, that was lame. Not gonna lie.
Are you dead? Are you dead, Lark? Hello, Lark? You need to call the ambulance all the way to you?
Yeah, that was lame. But yeah.
No, but really, man, the guy is standing at 3-1. He hasn't died just yet, and he is standing up a pretty good farm. What is the Legion team doing? They can't even pick up a kill on a Valkyrie. That's gonna be really bad, because if they don't make it work here, wow, the arrow gonna connect. 5 seconds down to Moraxis. Moraxis, man, looking to just tank it up here, and he does have extra tank because of the nice, how about the Black Legion? So that's not gonna be too much of a trouble for him. But a little bit questionable as to why in the 5 seconds Glacius didn't come in for the support. Maybe they weren't even looking for the kill. But back to the point, really, Lark, don't you think it's really ridiculous that you don't pick up a kill on a Valkyrie?
Not really, because he has like a leap plus invisibility mechanic to work with, so on top of energizers, he's pretty tanky as well. He finished Dawnbringer, he's having a lot of movement speed, attack speed, and added extra HP, so I'm not surprised that he hasn't died yet. Because like the Legion team, they don't have much jump potential, I guess you could say. There's no closure shift stick yet on the Hag, and even if Hag had that, thrown out the what's it called, the haunt ability, just one leap into an invis and Valkyrie's fine, unless they have a dust, of course. But yeah, nevertheless, he has been busy farming away while the rest of his team has been doing work for him. That's why he hasn't really died. I'm actually surprised Revenant hasn't finished the Shrunken Head. What the hell's going on? Is it in career? Let me just check. Yeah, it's in the career, so yeah, he's gonna have that soon. Grimoire Power was finished by Hag, by the way, so that's added a lot more damage towards him, and Firebrand is gonna be in the works for Bushwhack next, by the way.
Yep, that being said, man, Valkyrie still no deaths yet, level 16, and I'm just staring at Nox, man. Somebody needs to kill him today, but Legion team doesn't seem to be up to the standard there, and there goes the arrow. Is it gonna connect? Only on the Ancients. Yep, 5 seconds stun, helping Team Legion with the farm. Really kind, good man Nox.
Yeah, and the funny part was, when Moraxis was trying to deny that ward, I actually thought he was going to throw out the shield, because it procs off the Javelin of Light and probably try to chase down Valkyrie and probably turn it around him. But yeah, I mean, it's really funny to see that when he was like dewarding that, they just got hit by the 5-second arrow. They're gonna go take Ancients now. Valkyrie has that Dawnbringer completed already. 1.8k in the bank. I'm not sure what his next item is gonna be. You see Coulter Sheepstick in the work now for I was about to say Bubbles. I mean Bubbles, because he has that glowstone. Not the glowstone. What the hell am I talking about? The Blessed Orb already.
Yep, that's gonna be the case so far. 60 to 10. Still Legion side farming up, and just a little bit of extra analysis on Bushak. He does have the Strucket already completed, but looking at the extra item, he does have the Blade of... sorry, the Quick Blade there. Nearly called it Blade Alacrity, but still, it's gonna be the Quick Blade. Looking at a Firebrand most probably, and with the Firebrand, it would be a Jovinus Bane, I hope, coming from the Bushak. Because, do note, they are a part of a Thai team, and all Thai teams love to abuse their illusions.
Yeah, the illusion abusion.
Yeah, it is. It is just insane, man.
Yeah, Valkyrie is double damage. So he could actually kill Master of Arms here at bottom lane if he tries a blind arrow. Unless the ward's gonna be placed first. Master of Arms. Here comes the smoke gank though.
There goes the gang on the Hack, and Hack in a lot of trouble because he got silenced already, and looking to just run away. The Flash of Darkness is going to be used, but too late. VN already landed the Calfield, so too bad. Even if you just nicely snap away, if the cops just snapped, you also take no damage and you would die. That's the moral of the story against the Calfield. And VN there nicely being able to just pick up the kill. At least that's going to address the Hack, because they know the Bushwhack was completely whacked. Only Hack is not addressed, and that's going to be really bad for Team Legion. Now the Hack is also a little bit of trouble. So far he does have the Grimoire already completed, but 1, 2, and 1 on Look Like Live.
Yeah, and actually you see Valkyrie's gonna go for that straight up Savage Mace. Savage Mace is one of the heroes I actually like on Valkyrie because of the way his attacks work. You know, his auto attacks, it's pretty good in him. He has a decent amount of range. They're gonna go for Kong right now. I do believe Legion team is not aware of this. So, I mean, they probably know because they're all across, they're off the map, but there's really nothing they can do at this point.
Wow.
Valkyrie again gonna throw that 5-second arrow. But I expect is taking a lot of damage. But yeah, you look at Glacius, he actually went for a Mighty Blade. I think he's gonna go for the Trunkenet after that Tablet Command.
I mean, Kongo is so big. He's like throwing a needle into a big table. You just cannot miss that. It's just really ridiculous if you miss the arrow there. But that being said, 5 seconds down is definitely nice to see as well. Nox will be just slain Kongor, and Kongor means that he will have the token of life as well. So Valkyrie is gonna have a secondary option into making a little bit of aggressive play here and making sure that at least it takes up a lot of extra damage from Team Legion in the next push. But that being said, when is the next push going to be exactly? Because so far, Legion team is farming and using whatever space that they can. But help on site, they are just consolidating the items before a push and not playing very aggressively.
Yeah, there's a token up on Valkyrie, so they could probably look towards, you know, trying to pick off the tier 2. Probably even try to, you know, inch in towards the base with the support of the rest of the teammates. But they're actually farming again, and this is not what I like to see coming from Punistorm's lineup. They're farming way too much. I just feel like there should be some sort of aggression coming out from them, seeing as to how their current lineup is working right now. They have an advantage, you know, utilize it, make use of it, and do a lot more with it. They see the top lane, they're gonna try to trade. They're gonna in fact get a tower. I do believe they can defend this bottom lane here as Mirax is ready. Here we go.
There goes the stun on Valkyrie. Valkyrie for the first time a little bit of trouble there, but he does have the token to at least mass around with, so he will not be in too bad a situation. There goes the Parasite, but he doesn't have the Dusk there, so no way he can catch up with the Valkyrie. It's cute to see they actually opted to go for the Cam and Champion instead.
Yeah, that was kind of funny to see, but yeah, Valkyrie with the Valkyrie Prism used as a defensive measure. Won't have that up for the next 100 seconds, but he will have it soon enough, and when he does have that, they can probably look towards another smoke gank again. They need to constantly utilize that ability, in my opinion. It's kind of underutilized right now in this kind of sense. Ooh, Ravenor, you need to be careful.
Yeah, but that's gonna be the case so far. At the mid lane here, Bushwhack already level 15 and very extra mobile, but here comes the arrow. It's not gonna connect. Sad to see that as well.
Yep, Firebrand already completed on Bushwhack. Not sure what his next item is gonna be. Is it gonna be that Dawnbringer as well? I don't know. In my opinion, for like for Bushwhack, I actually don't like going Dawnbringer on him because I think that you know that Morph attack could actually be
Morph
better
attack.
for like a Whispering Helm. You know, lifesteal is just much more better as an attack modifier.
Attack modifier. There we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Cool story, bro. That being said,
The hell?
6 is to 11 so far. Kills still not too ridiculous, and it's looking to be pretty good. But the lead is just really small. 4k goldie for Team Hellborn. They are in a pretty good spot so far, but I would say that they need something to just further consolidate their position a little bit more. Seeing as to they only have the 2 tier 2s left at the mid as well as the bottom. Same as Team Legion. Legion definitely has got one extra tier 2 at the top lane, which they still has nicely at close to full health, so that's gonna be pretty good. And from the Hellbound side, things are definitely looking to size up real soon, but I mean they're just playing so passively that we can really go for McDonald's break and come back.
Wow, that's a little bit too much, but yeah, Savage Mace completed by Valkyrie. I'm surprised again why they're not taking this bloody tier 2 tower. Like, hello,
Exactly.
team? Just go destroy today, hello?
They're like, we just want to play this really slowly, but the tier 2 is not gonna wait. It's gonna get denied.
Yeah, and that's the funny thing is, he should have actually jumped into the Hell Cannon and done that, but there was no Hell Cannon coming from Helping Team, so yeah. Nevertheless, at least they, you know, provide the ability to cut down on the goal that Helping Team is gonna get. There is that Savage Mace already completed, by the way. His Valkyrie's Prism is already up. They should try to look for a gank right now, if possible. I would like to see more wards actually coming from Nova, but currently I think his taxed out as Ice would say in terms of
Yeah.
his gold.
And reading the tweet chat so far, I just read an interesting comment by Papa Melly there. He just said Richard Hack used Bad Blast. You saw that
Yeah,
one? Richard Hack.
Richard Hag
They
used
should make
bad
an
blast.
alternate avatar there. You know, the Richard Greer. Is it Richard Greer? Gear or something? The
Richard
rich guy.
Gere? Yeah.
Yeah. That's gonna be
Well,
really cool. But anyway, back to topic here. Things. A lot of extra comments come from the tweet chat there. They're saying about Dawnbringer on Noxbringer, calling him Noxbringer because he always buys the Dawnbringer, and that seems to be pretty true actually. Except
yeah,
for Moon Queen, he doesn't buy that on Moon Queen.
yeah. To some extent, it is. Valkyrie gonna go ahead and steal Ancients now. Meraxis is in the background. Here comes Master of Arms and Parasite. Oh, could we see a jump?
We definitely want to see them jump, but they don't want to do jumping jacks today, so they're gonna jump a Nova instead. Nova take a little bit extra beating there, but he is gonna be saved by the smoke there. At least Valkyrie's Prism is gonna be really useful in this kind of situation, but they still have got a little bit extra seconds there. I do believe 5 seconds thereabouts before it's gonna expire, but they're not gonna go in time. That said, the arrow is not gonna connect the mid lane either, so Javelin of Light, man. I mean, maybe Nox can take a page out of Anduin Runesbook from Impunity because his arrows are always on target.
Yeah, and I don't know why there's a lack of dusts coming out from Legion team. If they have the dust, it's a lot more useful for them because of that Valkyrie's Prism, or even just a Bound Eye. Bound is just naturally good for the support as well to de-ward. Nova, where's Nova? I want to see his inventory. Yeah, there's no wards on him yet, so they won't really have that ability to gank again with ease because they don't have any vision up in the enemy's jungle right now. They're gonna try to take this tier 2 tower mid, but I think it will be heavily contested by this Legion team. Even Hag's at the top lane. By all means he has the ability to port back home. Here we go.
Yep, there goes the gang. It's gonna happen quickly. Valkyrie a little bit of trouble there, but he does have the token on life, so he's gonna come back quickly as well. And that being said, no kills just yet. It's gonna be a little bit of trouble there, but that being said, it seems like Liv is going down, and Hack just flashed into his own death, didn't he?
Yeah, I was okay. Questioning very questionable Hag in my opinion. That was a complete waste coming up from him. He does have buyback though, but I don't think he's gonna utilize it now. They did do a huge amount of damage currently to the defense tower, more than half. I think they're gonna continue pushing right here and force the buybacks. Here we go.
There goes Meraxis with a nice stun landing on Valkyrie. Valkyrie, a lot of trouble. He doesn't have the token to work with right now. It's going to leap away, but a leap to death it is going to be. And that's it. There goes Valkyrie, and then mid lane XNZ also going down. So that's the Meraxis. The bad blast going to connect, and that's going to just nicely mop up a little bit extra damage on Bubbles. Bubbles is going to be in a little bit of trouble there. He just decides to marry up. He's going to take the fall for that one. Hack does go down, but here comes the extra buyback from Meraxis. Meraxis looking for the kill. Will definitely be able to get both of them. Nice address. That's going to be annihilation from Iron Nun. And talking about Bushwhack, man. We just completely forgot about this guy. He was just smoking weed the entire time.
Yeah, he got a lot of farm after given so much space because of the I don't know, like the lack of aggression coming from Helmer team. They had the early game advantage. Utilize it, man. I keep coming back to this point, and it's now starting to bite them in the ass really hard because Bushwhack is getting farmed up. That shrunken head Bushwhack is having free roam against the Helmer team right now. That was very good buybacks coming from Legion team, I have to say, because they utilized it to full potential. They even got a annihilation, and by the way, that was the first 5 kills from Iron Man, so
yeah, it is.
what a way to get the first 5 kills. And I do believe they can even try to contest this, but they don't want to. They're gonna go for the tier 2 bot, which is actually gonna die already. Last hit! No, he misses it right there, but
he missed both towers, by the way.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, but at least they get the return kills onto Hellburn's side. They did use 2 buybacks though. Would actually have hoped that they would have done more with that, but nevertheless, at least they pick off the Hellburn team.
Yep, they did, and I hope that at least this farm is gonna make sure Ironan gets a little bit of extra gold. And looking at that, it's gonna be close to 5k gold, and that's gonna be really ridiculous coming into this Bushwhack here. Bushwhack already with the Frostburn as well as the Shrunken Head. Both of those items gonna be really useful on a Bushwhack, making sure that he is gonna have the extra survivability into most of these team fights. But in general, I do believe that now Hellborn actually just threw away the lead they had.
Yeah, I mean, before this, I think they had something like 4k gold, 4k experience. Now it's slowly going down again. The experience is still slightly in the favor because they've been grouping up for a while. Bushwhack actually goes for a Nullstone. I think that's more or less just to counter Bubbles from utilizing that, jump potential with the Clover Sheepstick. Because only him and Glacius and Blacksmith can actually cancel that out, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I don't know
Oh,
about the
wow.
really late Nullstone. I guess it's very effective against a Colder Sheepstick Bubbles, but I don't think Bubbles is really going to be using that
Stun
on.
onto Valkyrie at bottom lane. The face not gonna be as well. Valkyrie a lot of trouble. Valkyrie goes down, and that's 2 deaths in the last minute there. Really bad for Nox. And Nox, we were just saying that he needs to get addressed. And straight up, Legion team doing what we say. And it's gonna be good to see at least. At least now Nox has got 500 GTM, and it's somewhat contained as compared to just complete free roam in the early stage of this game.
Yeah, and Bushwhack is slowly building up his farm. Nox will eventually slowly dwindle down in terms of his farm. You're gonna see Ironon picking up a lot more himself. I don't really think that the Nullstone is that effective. Maybe just go for I don't know, like even going for a Frostburn, I don't really like that. I think even something like a Geometer's Bane is a lot more useful, but I guess he just wants that ability to, not get kited. But I don't think that should be much of an issue because you have the Crippling Dart to work with on top of Sidestep, so... Nevertheless, it's gonna help him a lot. It did help him a lot, by the way, because he got that Annihilation over there, the first 5 kills of this game for him. And I think his next item is probably gonna be the Dawnbringer, because he already finished Nullstone.
Yep, and that's gonna be the case. That's it, man. Bushwhack is just back into this game on schedule as well. And look like Leaf also looking to just do a little bit extra help in terms of carrying this game. And he does have the Shrunken Head as well as Grimoire power. That's gonna help Hack a lot in terms of the bad blast in most of these team fights. But hold that up because it's just simply a little bit of the gang gonna happen here. Amboy completely hasted but stunned down to the ground there. Amboy a little bit of trouble, and he is gonna be the fall. He's gonna have to take the fall there. So is the Parasite, but here comes the Hack. Hack's gonna be able to pick up Nova as well. Nova takes the fall. Ravenor now goes in, and it's gonna be a Shrunken Head, a bad blast coming in the face there. Down goes Glacius, and next up is gonna be Ravenor and by himself. It's gonna be invisible there because of the light prism. Oh, sorry, the prism of light there, but Bushwhack does have a bound, and that's gonna be a double tap for Bushwhack. Iron Nun picking up both of those kills. Really good to see that as well. And the survivor from that onslaught is gonna be the Bubbles as well as Valkyrie. That's gonna be it from Team Hellborn.
Huge of extension, and I feel like there's lack of communication there. I think Emperor should have just started shouting to his teammate, kill the Bound Eye, because they don't have anything to really spot him out. Mway died already, so what
Arrow being used, it's not gonna connect on Bushwhack. Wow, because he wanted to deny it. Well, look at that, man.
Yeah, he might actually die here.
Oh, it's gonna be questionable because there goes the carry versus carry kind of situation again. Bushwhack against Valkyrie, but here comes Bubbles to the Shell Surf. Irritating as usual, but not going in. There's also Moraxus. He is completely invisible. Except that there's a Water of Rev in the mid lane there, so he needs to be really careful.
Yeah, and what is this? I think Bushwhack has 2.6k gold, save him the bank now. Probably gonna save for buybacks in case anything. Moraxus has 3.8k. And a Apprentice Robe Business Inventory. I think that most probably could be a Hellflower. Hellflower would be pretty good against the Shrunken Heads coming out from this Hellburn team. Especially the Bubbles. Like, look at Bubbles, man. Holy shit. He has Shrunken Head of his own as well.
Yep, that's gonna be the case. That's it. Mid lane, all 4 members. In fact, 5 gonna congregate here from the Hellborn side. Leap's gonna be used just so they can walk a little bit faster. But there is no Legion member in the vicinity there. They are all just nicely walking to the top lane to try and do a little bit extra pressure there as well. Kongo will be attempted, and that's going to be pretty good to see as well. But they have a ward of sight here by Mei, and Mei will know what the hell's going on. In fact, everyone from Telemaster is going to know that the Kong attempt is going on as well. And they would definitely want to come here to just defend this spot here, the Kong pit, take a team fight, make sure that at least it gets contested.
Look at Bubbles, he's actually missing. I don't think he realizes he's not doing any damage to Kong right now.
Vian is just so cute, man.
Here comes the Valkyrie Prism though. They're gonna try to go under this, but there's a Bound Eye on Hag. Ooh, okay.
Shrunken Headed, Ball Lightning not gonna have any effect at all. It seems like a Shrunken Head is gonna be wasted there, but still Ward of Wrath gonna be able to just nicely de-ward both the Ward of Sight and Ward of Wrath coming from the Hellborn side. And Kong is left at a pretty interesting health pool, 50% there, so they definitely still have what it takes to take this one. But both of them actually gonna camp on the Cleave, and this is actually the Battle of the Red Cliff.
Red Cliff battle.
Yeah,
Red Cliff.
Never mind. You don't read Chinese history anyway. That's Romance of the Three Kingdom, Red Cliff Barrier. You know that?
I know, of course I know. I've played enough Romance of the Three Kingdoms to actually know about that shit.
Okay, so yep, there we go, Red Cliff Bear, and it's battles. It's definitely going on a schedule again. Kongo is gonna get attempted again by Team Hellborn. What is Legion gonna come in to just snatch this one up? I do believe Morax is looking for a stun, and there goes the Drunken Iron Knight going in for a second kill as well. And it seems like Valkyrie gonna be able to just leap away, but Ravenor a lot of trouble. He's gonna tank this one up and man it up completely. But is there any support coming from the rest of his team? That's the question. And VN's gonna be in a little bit of trouble there. It looks like the face axe gonna be used, and Kodra gonna be used. VN's gonna pick the fall first, and that's gonna be the first kill in this engagement. Legion side's gonna have a little bit of extra advantage. 3.6 second stun on Bushwhack. But Bushwhack is going to be fine. That said, Moraxus is definitely going to be able to just box out Hellborn side, and without a member there, they are not looking for a Kongo fight again. And that's it. Legion team definitely has got a little bit of slight lead going to this Kong fight, and Kong is definitely going down today. And if it goes to Bushwhack, Bushwhack is going to have the extra ability to just man it up with all the guts in the world and the balls even to just stand in the faces of these heroes from the Hellbound side.
Yep, very questionable bubble shell serve by the way from Bubbles. He ported towards 2 Legion heroes with no one in sight. He used this portal key ready. I don't know. I think Vian Sensation's playing a little bit on tilt now, just seeing from how the game is progressing, and I think it's gonna be a 2-0 for Turtle Masters here, judging by the way that it's going right now. There is that token on Bushwhack. Bushwhack can probably just sit in front, do what the auto attacks that he needs to do. You know, lay in some harass against the Hellborn team because of the noxious poison as well as you know, his slow ability. I'm surprised he doesn't have his Dawnbringer finish, by the way. Another arrow misses, so yeah.
Yep, and there we go. It seems like mid lane, a little bit of the extra stuff happening. Bushwhack definitely abusing illusion again.
And that's not even from Dreamers, by the way. That was just from illusion pickup. But yeah, it seems like they're gonna die down again on the aggression. Master of Arms, haven't talked much about him. He only has a tablet of command. There is a Shrunken Head finished on Glaciers now, so not sure how effective that's gonna be. Well, I think it's gonna be paired. If he does have a portal key, it's gonna be paired really, really nicely. But I don't think he's gonna be picking that up anytime soon.
That's gonna be the case so far, and it seems like Legion side is just camping on this slope here, looking for the gang again. Onto the mid lane, Revenor in a lot of trouble, but doesn't know that. There goes the Marx's stun, and Bushwhack going in and just shoots Revenor with a nice little dose of weed from his bong, and there goes Revenor, already completely addressed. Not like as if the Shrunken is gonna help him a lot even. That's it. The mid lane tier 3 is gonna be nicely knocked on, and it's definitely a little bit of questionable health there. Codra gonna be used on Moraxus. Moraxus nicely sidestep away from the stun there, but Valkyrie will use the Prism. They have the Bow Knight, so that's not gonna be really effective. There's a Glacius just dancing, trying to make a little bit of extra damage happening there, and Parasite gonna be able to force himself to just nicely silence Glacius. Glacius will be able to back away. At least the token was expanded, and that being said, Bushwhack will only have got 1 extra life to deal with. Moraxus at very low health as well. It seems like Legion is done with this push.
Yeah, that was actually a pretty good defense. They utilized everything, and the Glacier Shrunken Head did do a lot of work in that previous engagement. Again, arrow miss, and this is the problem about Valkyrie. The later stages of the game is kind of hard to hit the arrow. In my opinion, I feel like even just using the arrow for that added damage is a lot better as compared to just missing it entirely and not doing any damage at all. Especially seeing as to how a lot of the members from Legion team are slowly starting to get really, really tanky. I mean, like, if he throws an arrow in the face of Master of Arms on top of a Valkyrie Prism Call, he could potentially kill out the Master of Arms with a couple of auto attacks. Like, even though he stuns him out, he can always chase him very, very quickly with the Courageous Leap, so yeah.
There goes the hack with a Bow Knight at the top part of this map. The arrow is gonna connect. No, it's not. Wow, and that being said, Ball Lightning is gonna connect. Look like a little bit of trouble there, but Ice Imprisonment gonna be used there, and Shrunken Head as well. He just forgot he's got Shrunken Head, and that's gonna be really interesting to see. That being said, they are not gonna pick up the kill. What the hell, man? Team Hellbound gonna just nicely back away.
What? Team? Wow. Okay. Maybe it's just fog or something, because we have God Vision right now. We can see everything, but yeah, it's really unfortunate they didn't pick up the kill onto Hag over there. Bubbles. I think even Bubbles going for a Hellflower would probably be a good option as well for him. He needs a lot more utility for his team. Not sure what Valkyrie's going for as his next item. He's just porting back to base. I think just saving up for gold in case of anything. But yeah, Revenor has that Soul's Bulwark in his inventory. Probably gonna go for Demonic Breastplate. And Blacksmith still no items.
Yep, and that's it. Legion side now having a little bit of slight lead in terms of gold. Parasite gonna come into his vicinity, and there's also Bushwhack behind, and that's gonna be the bong shooter of all. And that being said, Valkyrie is gonna have a little bit of silence in his face there, but no trouble though. Parasite gonna take the fall first, and there goes Bushwhack looking for extra kill, and that's gonna be a champion Nemo already out on Bushwhack. Bushwhack looking for extra kill. The Bow Knight comes in, and there goes the Bad Blast. Down goes Valkyrie. A lot of trouble. Nova don't want to go down today, but he doesn't have a choice. There being shot by Bong. He's gonna be in complete, defenseless state there. He is definitely going down as well. That's a Bushwhack doing that. A lot of extra damage so far. Valkyrie does buyback with the arrow, not going to connect as well. Bubbles also has got shelter being used. Double damage on Moraxus. I believe Moraxus is dealing a lot of extra damage on Melee Barracks. Melee Barracks in a lot of trouble. Melee Barracks looking to go down, and there is nothing Hellbound can really do right now. Range Barracks also going to be addressed, and the buyback from Nox doesn't seem to be really useful, that's it. Given the fact couldn't really defend against Team Legion, and That's going to be completely wrecked out the bottom lane there, as well as the tower. That's going to be really interesting to see. Bushwhack now is in pretty precarious situation. It's going to connect with a 5-second stun there because of a sidestep from the hack. If you ask me, hack should have met it. I just digested the stun. But that being said, Bushwhack going to go down as well. Valkyrie now looking around the way. He does have the lead there. It's going to be used. And hack could actually just nicely go in for the kill. But no, he's just going to be able to just nicely back away. Millibrex does go down. And Bubbles also going into this situation as well, but he doesn't get anything done. Glacier's a little too slow in terms of respawn, but that being said, the damage has already been done. And look at the Hellborn's base, bottom lane racked up, mid lane only the range back standing. That's really bad for them.
Yeah, the damage has already been done from Turtle Masters. Really, really good coming in from their team. Even though there was the buybacks, it wasn't effective at all. Like, Hellborn team so far behind. It is at that stage where Legion team is just gonna steamroll you because they have all their items up. 5k up on Bushwhack. Really not sure what his next item is gonna be. He has the Dawnbringer completed already, by the way. I would like to see actually another Cultures or even a Hellflower up on this Legion lineup so that they can, lock down even much more coming in from this Hellborn team. Like something like the Glacius. Glacius is slowly starting to work in this team fight because he has that shrunken head. But nevertheless, he's still getting picked off at the end of the day. And like, even though Glacius is doing a lot of work, Blacksmith is not the best support in this kind of situation because he doesn't have any items. Yes, his Fireball is going to be very, very good, but that's only if he gets that multicast off. So that's another reason why I don't really like a Blacksmith. It's like very risky. A lot of it has to do with the luck factor there, the RNG. Unless you're an RNGesus, then probably just go for Blacksmith all day every day. But Legion team, man, they probably have this in the bag. And in fact, Bushwhack going for invisibility, I don't really agree with that item choice. I think you just go for something like a I don't know, like a Savage Mace of his own, or just do a lot more auto attack damage.
It's going to be really helpful, but that's it. Valkyrie has got 2k in the bank and already a Savage Mace long before, and still nothing really conducive coming up from the Valkyrie items there. But in general now, Legion team looking for a top lane push, and Hellborn needs to come in to defend because they don't have the luxury of giving up the top lane as well. That being said, they're all going to nicely just try and pot back to the top lane here. And top lane a little bit of the extra trouble because of the Bushwhack approach there. Ball lightning is going to miss though. That's going to be a lot of misplay. And that's it. Bubbles just jumped into his own death. They're not going to be the best of moments. Shrunken already used on Glaciers. Glaciers a lot of trouble. Bushwhack is going to be able to pick that one up as well. And that being said, Valkyrie goes in for a little bit of the extra kill potential, but doesn't get anything done. There's a buyback on Bubble's side. And even the stun from Marx is going to land nicely on 3 members there. A little bit extra stun. The Bad Blast goes down and only connects on the creeps there as long as Nova also took a little bit of extra hit. And Revenant takes the fall. Emperor goes down. And that's it. Bubbles is still alive. And most of these Hellborn members are still alive. And the push actually will get postponed here.
Wow, huge defense coming out. Huge defense. But BN Sensation was forced to buy back if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
You see Bushwhack again going to go back to this tower. Gonna do damage, but in the meantime, the range racks mid gets destroyed. See, even though they kind of successfully defended that, the other lanes are getting taxed out very, very heavily, as Ice would say.
Yep, that's gonna be Kiss, and therefore, Hellborn side, they are just nicely trying to defend here. 16k gold lane in favor of Team Legion. This game has completely changed sides, and it's gonna bother the question why the hell did Hellborn wait so long for the push, man? They waited so long until the GPM on Bushwhack was it was 100 until it became 400. Then they started the push, and that's not gonna be really good for Team Hellborn. In general, they were waiting too long for Valkyrie's Savage Mace.
That and also the fact that they just weren't continuing with the aggression. There is Rift Shards, man. Rift Shards. What level is that? That's level 1 only. It's gonna take a while for him to actually be able to get up that extra levels into that Rift Shards. I think he should just purchase it and stop saving for buybacks now, because even though he buys back, I don't think he's gonna be able to defend against the entirety of this Legion team. And Bubbles 1.5k, 1.6k saved up in the bank. Not sure what his next item is gonna be. Moraxis, Hellflower still. I don't know. It seems like Moraxis has been having the same items for a really, really long time. Either that or probably purchased the components for the demonic breastplate, saved them in his stash. Hag with that Culture Sheepstick, the Shrunken Head, and the Grimmer of Power, and top of the Bound Eye, which I think they did steal. Either that or I think he just bought it. But yeah, I mean, he's been sitting on the same items for quite a while as well. 3.8k saved in the bank. Should probably purchase that double Bat Blast.
Yep, that's gonna be really good. That said, there is also a Culture Shift already on Hack, like we saw before in the previous team fight. That's gonna be the main reason why Bubbles died there. And Bubbles needs to play really safely, because if he just jump in again, most probably the stun's going on there as scheduled. That's it. Arrow's not gonna connect, unfortunately, and that will not bite Hellborn any more time. Legion actually looking to just end this one in one fell swoop, whatever it is. And that's
Swoop.
it. Legion team now gonna nicely try and push on this tier 3 at the top lane. And HoN team still defending. It's a familiar sight again, isn't it?
Yeah,
And
and
it's
look at
always the top lane.
yeah, and Parasite. I'm not sure why he's so far away from the rest of his team. He should stick together. What the hell is he doing?
Stick together, team.
Kind of
From Counter
confused.
Strike, but
Oh my
anyways.
god. Yeah, he's
Parasite
gonna
now
take
gonna steal a
the
heavy
he's gonna take
ballista.
the heavy ballista and probably go towards top and deal damage. Yep, he's okay. Smart for him to do that. Do extra damage to the tower. They're gonna be forced to deal auto attacks to the heavy ballista that will get him out of position.
There goes Revenant. Ball lightning is not gonna connect. Unfortunately, that seems defense tower is gonna get nicely sniped on by a heavy ballista that has taken sights in this fight. And that being said, 24 to 22 so far. 17k goal lead for Team Masters, and Masters not turtling out on this one. Is looking for a win. And bottom lane already pushed in here. We got the soldiers that's completely beefed up, looking like a beefcake every single one of them, and even range archers as well. Locking onto the shrine. Shrine in a lot of trouble, but that being said, top lane engagement's going on as scheduled, and that's not gonna be a full team fight, but yes, at least Revenant a little bit of trouble there. Nova take a little bit of extra damage, and it seems like Morax is just confused. They're all just dancing about on the dance floor. Everybody wanna see your bodies move. But that being said, Babel's gonna go down as well. Nova goes down, and that's gonna be really big, but it's gonna be Bubbles, and this could be it, guys, because Glacier's the only thing standing there. And GG well played from HoNTourSEA again. Legion team are really gonna call it. It's gonna be a win for Masters, and that's gonna be a clean 2-0 series. Impunity.storm will lose today.
Yeah, without a doubt. It just looked very grim at the very tail end of that the game. I mean, like, they took too long to actually be aggressors and, you know, utilize their lineup. Their lineup should have focused more on that early game advantage, that pressure, dealing with early team fights, because their hag wasn't farmed up. Their bushwhack wasn't farmed at all. I mean, bushwhack was completely getting his bushwhacked like shit, because like you guys mentioned at the very start of the game, so they could have capitalized on that and, you know, do a lot more in terms of that aggressive plays and force out bad team fights from Legion team, take the good team fights for themselves, get a lot more items on themselves, push down towers. So it just came to a point where they got a little bit too relaxed and set back in the kind of farm mode. You can't really do that with a Valkyrie because Valkyrie's not like the best kind of hard carry. So yeah, definitely would have liked to see a little bit more aggression coming from Finish Storm.
Yep, would love to see a lot more extra aggression, but they threw this game away if you ask me. They definitely have got what it takes to win this, but no, they just didn't go in there, and that's really, really sad to see as well. That said, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to summarize both games for today's coverage, and yes, it's going to be a clean 2-0 Masters win, and Impunity Storm will unfortunately not have any point again for today. Yesterday, they only took 1 point, today no points at all. It's all going to boil down to what RAQ really does for these next two matches, 2 rounds, before their final meetup, and in general, no matter what happens, if in the final meetup, Impunity Storm doesn't win, they are out of the HoN Tour Southeast Asia final qualifiers, and we want to see them at least go in. I mean, they have spent a lot of extra effort to just fly all the way here to Thailand and make a statement to at least try and you know, fight in this scene here. We want to see them stay and put up a little bit of a good fight against our top teams in the HoN Tour final qualifiers. That's it. This is Babael with Ms. Lark. Lark, any last minute shoutouts?
Big shout outs again to Fantasy, the usual guys that hang out around chat. All our mods for doing a lot of work. Huge shout out to EGTV crew. Big shout out to all the teams today, and and all the teams in G League in the current G League as well. Huge shout out to the viewers as well, because, you know, your guys are what keeps us from doing this. It keeps us continuing to do all this coverage for you guys. So really huge shout out to you guys.
That's really good and great. Thank you, Lark. That said, I'm going to have an extra shout out to myself. First of all, shout out to David Caruso from CSI Miami. Really great jokes we have today. Whacking the bush. Really interesting. That said, I hope you guys enjoy that this cast, both games. I hope you guys really like our cast. If not, you can always just let us know how to improve and how we can, you know, just size up our entertainment value. And again, I would really appreciate it if you can just hit the follow button right now, because we are looking to bring about multi-resolution options for all our viewers out there from the Southeast Asian region. A lot of them don't have the opportunity to have a good connection. They don't have the ability to have they don't have the luxury of having a good computer as well. So we want to make sure that at least they can enjoy whatever HoN games on Twitch as much as possible. and that's going to help if we can provide multi-resolution options. So what you can do to help us help them and help everyone else build a better community is click the follow button so that we can have that option available. That said, also going to do my own shout right now. Going to shout out to my girlfriend and family, as well as every single viewer from this stream here. Thank you for tuning in. Your presence matters so much to us because we are in this, it's been a hard journey, really long, and coming from a Southeast Asian region, we don't really speak primarily English. We speak a different language as well, and it's pretty hard to see that. Well, many of times we have a lot of mispronunciation and stuff like that, and so far, I would believe that me and Lark, our journey is not as mature as that of Breaky, and we want to try and make sure that we can grow to that standard as well. So we definitely appreciate a lot of feedback, and your presence here today matters so much to us because it's been a hard journey, and I know everyone else from the EGTV crew would really agree. So huge shout out to EGTV, and we'll be back with more games also after this one. It's gonna be screams and shit like that we do on Garena HoNTourSEA client. Feel free to join us. We do scream against teams, against players, and whatever shit like that. Also, we also play Reef War. You can hear our screaming. It's completely insane, and we hope you guys enjoy that as well. And do follow us on Facebook and VOD. A little bit short announcement. I do realize that in the first match, there was a little bit of a delay in terms of Twitch switching servers. So that's the main reason why I took the stream off, and frames were not dropped after that, so that's going to be really good. And that being said, if you would like to catch the full footage for the first game, do join us on the YouTube page, and that's subscribe to YouTube channel. That definitely you can have all the VODs. You don't really have to subscribe also, but we definitely appreciate if you do. I mean, it's free for all viewing, it's public viewing, so that's where you can go for all the VODs, including the matches before today. All of the impunity.storm matches going to be there as well. In fact, all our coverage from cycle 1 through 4 are there. So we hope you will be able to just nicely watch those VODs if you want to just have a little bit of a recap at history. And that being said, we also appreciate donations because we're looking forward to build our first studio. So that is going to help us a lot next year because we want to bring increased coverage, not just for HoN, but for all the other games that we do cover as well. So we hope you guys enjoy our cast today. That's it. This is Babael. Joining me today is Lark. See you guys tomorrow again for yet another round of HoNTourSEA GLX Cycle 4. And tomorrow, we are effectively going to be left with 2 games after today. See you guys real soon. Goodbye.
See ya.